What's going on, guys? Welcome back to my channel. I appreciate you for coming back. In today's video, I'll be talking about a new NFT. At the time of this recording, they are currently being minted, and by the time you're watching this, more than likely they've already been listed in the open market. All right. But with that being said, before jumping into the video, guys, if you've been getting any type of value at all from these videos, hit that subscribe button, leave a like. It would really help me out. And if you guys want to see me, cover any different topics about NFTs or about just cryptocurrency or anything in general you might like to see on the channel, please leave a comment as well, guys. I'd really appreciate that to give you the most value you guys are looking for from the channel. All right. And as well, guys, just one last thing. If you do want to reach me personally, I am more active on Instagram, and that is at rich.ness. All right. And if you go through my channel, guys, I've actually already also shared a lot more value on other projects of NFTs and cryptocurrencies that I'm looking at, that I think might be worth a shot for you to look at as well. Okay. So go through them, guys, watch them, because you never know. You could invest in one of those projects and you could get a really nice return on it, right? So let's jump into the video. Within this video, guys, I'm going to be covering a project called Pit Crew. Okay. This right here is another PFP project. But the reason why I like it is because it's kind of doing something special. It's actually in a way, it's a passive income, but not really. Okay, I'll explain why. But Pit Crew, right? It's a collection of 4,444 NFTs, engineered for long-term success. Okay, so right here, if we go through this, right, this actually covers their plans as far as they've actually, like, you can tell when you read through this that they've actually put in the time to think about, okay, if how can we make this something that lasts for months or years instead of just a couple of days, right? Because something that we've noticed a lot within the NFT space recently is that obviously there's a lot of projects, like it says here, there's sometimes 10, 20, 50 projects sometimes being launched on the same day, and a lot of them don't really make it through, right? So these guys really put their heads together to find a solution to make a long-term project. Okay, so here it says, the first utility, what benefits do you get as a holder of the NFT? All right. So companion NFTs and project tokens only work if people care about the project. Success or lack thereof becomes a self-fulfilling prophecy. So what's our answer? Glad you asked. Each NFT is like a Powerball ticket that never expires. Okay, so as you buy their NFTs, one NFT is considered a Powerball ticket. Okay, so that's why I said it's kind of like passive income, but not really. Let me keep reading. So it says here, Pit Crew NFTs are on the Solana blockchain. Okay, and we bought and sold using Sol. Okay, 15% of every sale goes into a raffle pool that is won by NFT holders every Friday. Every Friday. Okay, so every Friday, right, you have a 1 out of 87 chance of winning. Okay, this is how they break it down. So they're gonna have one pit will win 50% of the pool. Okay, and 50 additional pits will win 1% of the pool, right? So depending on how many sales they had that week, right, you add up 15% of that, and that all goes into the potluck, right? And at the end of the week, as it says, right, 1% wins half of that, 50 others win 1%, right? Now think of this, right? What if sales really go through the roof, and what if these guys are actually hitting big numbers, big milestones, and what if the total pot is about 100,000, right? 1% of that is about 1,000, right? So as the NFTs grow in value, right, as the project grows in value, so will that weekly winnings grow. Okay, so that I think is a really cool incentive. And for personally, this is the first project I've seen do something like this. I haven't really seen anyone else think of something like this, because typically, like obviously Twitter and Discords and just projects in general, um they'll have giveaways, right? They'll be like, oh, enter for a chance to win, $5,000, but we're gonna split it up into four. So we're gonna give away 2,500 to four different people, right? But here, there's about 51 people that win every week, right? So your odds are greater of you getting at least something out of the NFT, right? So not only, let's say the project grows in value, and let's say you mint it at, I don't know, $300, right? And now the project 10x, and now your pit is worth 30K, right? Not only are you making an ROI on the project itself, but weekly you're always entered in a chance to, make some extra money, which is cool. Again, these tickets, it says it'll never expire, right? So every week you have an opportunity, right? So weekly raffles create a flywheel effect, right? And right here it kind of breaks down their philosophy of how this will help the project grow, right? I'm not going to read all of it, but it says here, have you seen the Powerball hit a new high? Everyone rushes to buy a ticket. So ticket that you only have to buy once, but with much better odds. A weekly raffle gives enough time for the pool to grow a sizable amount and create excitement leading up to the drawings. Okay. Large grand prize winners will bring attention to the project and create FOMO for those not holding a pit, right? Having 50 additional winners, as I mentioned, it improves the odds. Nothing goes up forever though, right? So this right here, it breaks down what happens when the volume dies or when the hype dies behind the project, right? Well, it's just a cycle, right? Prices will lower, people will paper hands will lose, and they'll sell their NFT, right? But that'll bring in a variety of new, what the heck? Sorry about that. But that will bring a variety of new investors into the project that can buy for a much cheaper price, which will again, recycle and grow the project once more. Okay, so really good stuff, right? It seems like they thought about it. And this right here is kind of just, a little bit about them. Now, what I like about these guys is they're actually very transparent, right? Like one thing you'll notice when you go through different projects, what's common is the owners and the creators of the projects, they never really show who they are. They always hide behind an avatar, right? It could be their NFT or just something, but they never really show their face. So what I really like about these guys is not only do they show their face, they they share their name, they share actually a story about them, and they're actually very transparent to the fact that they've never really done any of this before, right? It says here they didn't go to an Ivy League school, never got millions in VC funding. They haven't spoken on stages in Forbes and hasn't written about them, right? Their backgrounds covered Forex, e-commerce, and digital marketing, right? So, it kind of just shares a little bit about them. And then right here, the last part, they add a little bit of their sense of humor into it, because throughout here, they're talking in third person. And at the end, they say they are starting to feel weird about typing in third person. So I don't know. I thought that was funny, but this seems like a pretty cool project, right? What's next on the roadmap? And then right here it just shows other things that we're working on for the future. So their goal is to build a community of top NFT investors, not a pump group. So how do we make Surge every JPEG will want to be a part of the pit crew? So with 20 plus projects launching daily, person to stay on top of, and with ever-changing landscapes, hard to know the right. So they're going to need a team of analysts to keep up. So we're building one. So here, all it really says about their future projects, NFT needs to set profile pics, market utility, the specifics will be shared by the feedback pick crew. Yeah, so here, it doesn't really share too much about its future plans. It's really just telling us that they're going to be hiring help. But regardless, this is the first time I've seen any project do something like this. So I give them props for that because it is unique in that sense. Although PFP projects aren't that unique anymore, the concept of the project itself is very unique, which is why this caught my attention. So guys, this is the Pig Crew, and then if we go over to their Twitter, here we can see that, they're actually engaged with the community, right? They're showing love, they're retweeting people. They're actually engaged, right? Because one thing you'll notice about some projects is not a lot's going on, right? And then we go to their Discord, and then we see that it's pretty active, you know. So currently, they're being minted, which is great. So today's like their first day in the NFT space. And they're being minted. A lot of people are showing love. There's a lot of engagement in the chat. So it's only the beginning for these guys, right? So right now it seems like a good project, but as I've always said, and I will say it again in these videos, I'm not a financial advisor. This is not financial advice. I highly recommend to do your research before investing. So jump in, dive in a little bit deeper, guys. Really go through the Discords and Twitters to find out even more about these projects, and also other websites. It's really good to find out more information about these projects. So yeah, guys, this is the Pit Crew. Look into them. Really see what they're about. Again, very unique as far as the concept of the project, really giving back to the community of owners. So yeah, guys, with that being said, I appreciate you. If you got any sort of value from this video, leave a like, subscribe, leave a comment, any feedback you think, anything you want me to add or talk about on this channel. As well, guys, I do have a lot more videos about other NFT projects and cryptocurrencies that I'm currently looking at. So do me a favor and check those videos out. And as well, guys, if you want to reach me personally, I'm more active on Instagram at rich.ness.